The following is a presentation of TFNN.
'em. Let's go to Ilka in Boston. Ilka, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Steve, seriously, you guys are unbelievable. You are doing wonders for all the traders.
Well, thanks. We appreciate that.
The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Morning from TFNN. Welcome to the September 22nd magnificent Monday edition of today's opening bell on the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, the daily newsletter service that is the intelligence for creating financial freedom. Hope everyone out there had a fantastic weekend. I know I did. It's great to be back with you. Let's make sure that you and I, that we do everything we can to have a magical Monday. And one of the best ways to start off our day to have a magical Monday is to always remember this. It was Shakespeare who once said, it is the mind that makes the body rich. So I say, hey, let's go use our mind. Let's go make our body rich. And for the next 2 hours, I'll do everything that I can to assist you in doing that. We'll use some extraordinary tools that help us identify where price is headed to. We'll utilize that lightning bolt pattern, that A to B equals CD pattern that is prevalent in every market for every time frame. We'll take a look at Japanese candlestick charting. That means... Hey, sorry about that, folks. Got a little bit of an internet issue going on here. So we'll do the best that we can. And as I said, maybe you've got some tools that you'd like to share with all of our listeners out there. And you can do that by giving us a call at 877-927-6648. Internationally, the number is 727-445-1044. It is Magnificent Monday. Of course, not without an internet connection. It's not as magnificent as it could be. But we'll get that back. And of course, this is Tiger Financial Network. I'm Steve Rhodes, and welcome to the show. Right now, we got the NASDAQ future. They're trading off about 15 points. The FTSE is off 50. The CAC is down 7 points. DAX off 15. Last night in Asia, there was a sea of red across the board. The Nikkei off 115, the Shanghai down 30. And what's light sweet crude right now? That's trading off 32 pennies. Dow futures, they're off 39 bucks right now. Let's see, the S&P is off 7, is trading out at 1996 out here. So let's go take, even though the charts here are not being fed live, we can still go take a look and see exactly what is going on in the marketplace. And if we take a look, let's start off by taking a look at the S&P futures out here. Let's go take a look at the S&P futures. They're trading around the 1996 level as we speak right now. What have they done? What have we done out here inside the market? Well, the first thing to be paying attention to today probably is that market profile high. We'll find out if that's going to act as a support level, old resistance becoming new support. The top of that box, 1994.50, that is going to be your key. That's going to be your first key level out here. Your next key level, down right around the 1977 mark out here. So what are we likely to see inside of the S&P futures? Look, if this give me a moment here to find out, to get back. 1994.50. That 1994.50 holds. What we should see is an additional high, a higher high. Now, whether we see that today or we see that tomorrow, we will likely see a higher high, meaning taking out the actual high of last Friday, which is 2014.50 inside of the ES Mini out here. That is what's going on at the moment. We're seeing a bit of a pullback. The question is this a buying opportunity inside of the market? And the real key is going to come from the Dow. The Dow itself. The Dow, if you've been listening to the show, which I know that most of you have, you've been listening to the show for a while out here, you know that really since August 8th, August 7th, August 6th, I have said it's all about the NQ, it's all about the MQ, it's all about the NASDAQ, right? Well, that's no longer the case. What it's really all about, it's really all about the Dow. It is the Dow that is pulling everything to the, well, not necessarily pulling everything to the upside, but it is a Dow that is most certainly moving to the upside out here. And so it's going to be all about the Dow. If we go take a look at the Dow futures, right now looks like they're trading out right around the 17,176 mark out here. there is no reason for the Dow futures to not continue to motor on higher. If we take a look, well, there are a couple of reasons, but let's take a look at where price is likely to head to. If we look at some expansions out here, those expansions being from the swing point high from July 16th, July 17th, down to the low that was put in on August the 8th, what we can see is that the 1.272 expansion has held as resistance. That is priced out at 17,216. Now, I guess you can't really see my charts out here. That is, so that's a problem. I'm sitting here thinking you can see my charts, and you can't. So I need to get that fired up for sure. So I'm going to try to multitask here. If you were looking at my charts, what I'm doing is I'm going down and I'm taking a look at the swing point high. Well, you talk about really multitasking. At 7/16, August 16th high at 16,987. Down to the low that was put in on August 8th, that's at 16,143. If what you do is you go take the from the high to the low, you subtract that difference, you multiply that times 1.618, add that to, 1.272, you add that to the lows, that's going to get you up to that price point of 17,216. So that's going to be a key area for us to be watching today. And the reason is because if you see a move above that level, what that's likely to do, that's likely to say, hey, price could move up to that next level. That next level is 17,508 out there. I'm going to show that to you in just a moment here as we get this back fired up on the screen out there. There we go. I think that control room ought to be able to get this chart. And this is the Dow futures chart that we're taking a look at. So no reversal candle, no reversal session or anything of the sort as we speak right now. That says that if price can, again, clear 17,216, 17,508, it's going to be the area that we want to be paying attention to. So it's really all about the Dow. It is all about the Dow. This is the area that we want to be paying attention to because until this cracks, and even though futures are off 36 points straight out to 17,000 level, I don't know that I've actually got the data feed working here or not. Let me do this to find out. Yeah, it looks like, well, let's see here. Let me move over here. Yeah, it's working. So 17,177 is what the Dow should be. Do I have it at 17,177 out here? Come on, where'd you go? Where did you go? 17. Yeah, we got it at 17,177. Sorry about that. Just really trying to, oh, man, that system's gone again. Well, that's okay. You got me on the audio, so we're good here. Okay, so let's go take a look at the, we looked at the S&P. Let's go take a look at the NASDAQ. And my apologies, folks, for some of the internet issues that seem to be happening at the moment out here. We take a look at the NASDAQ out here. NASDAQ, what it has done on its daily chart, it's tested its CAS market profile high. That's a level of old resistance now becoming support. We've seen that level here. Well, really, quite frankly, it was tested for quite a while, but in the last couple of days it's been tested. It's held as support. That says that level out here of about 4,071.50 is going to be one of its key areas. But really what we know is that the swing point now that has been formed from September 16th, that really becomes a level to be paying attention to. It's going to be that low that's critical inside of the NQ, and that's at 4,004.25 out there. Now let's go take a look at the Russell 2000. We take a look at the Russell 2000. Now this has been been majorly weak out here. The Russell 2000 today could, in fact, go ahead and confirm or form an A to B equals CD to the downside. If we take a look at that, what I would be doing is take a look at this is the futures contract we're looking at. I would be looking at the September 3rd high. That's going to become my A point. My B point is going to be the low from September 16th, and the C point is going to be the high from Friday out there. The 1-to-1 A to B equals CD inside of the Russell 2000. If it closes today below 1134.30, that is going to, I would like to tell you what it's going to, but my screen just went blank. There we go. It would be 11,013. But more likely than not, what we would really see if you take out that swing point with volume is a move down to 1,100.57 out there. And that's going to take you all the way back into the August 1st swing point low. And inside of the Russell 2000, as I say, right now I think at the highs, with regard to the market moving higher or not, it's really all about the Dow. We'll see what the Dow wants to do. Those strong 30 stocks, of course, they're not all that strong out there, but many of them are. In fact, what we're going to do during this next break, as I try to get set back up, but if not, one of the things that we'll do is I'll open up a page and we'll go take a look at the Dow 30. since it really is all about the Dow 30, we'll go through it 1 through 30, or I don't know if we'll totally get to all 30, but we'll go through most of them, and we'll take a look and see if there's some real energy. Remember, the Dow is a weighted index out here, so we'll start with the number one weighting inside of the Dow. We'll at least make our way down to the top 10 to get a feel for, even though they may be doing the heavy lifting out there, do they still have more room to the upside? In essence, folks, any ETF that you trade out there, that is one of the things that you want to do. If you trade the energy sector, make sure you go take a look at the top 10. Of course, in the energy sector, it's really the top 3 or 4. But if you trade the financials, go take a look at the top 10 out there. This is Steve Rhodes. This is TFNN. We'll be right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
with the launch of TigerTV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With TigerTV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on TigerTV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out TigerTV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, a little white light for my internet connection out here just to make things a little bit easier for all of us out here. So send out the white light for that internet connection of Steve-O's, if you would, out here. I put some more quarters in the machine, so that ought to do it out here. Right now, we got the Dow futures. They're trading out 25 points, trading out at 17,186. We will go take a look at the different Dow stocks, but let's go take a look at the currency market as we speak right now. Let's go take a look at your favorite currency pair in mind. That's that Euro-Japanese yen, because of its correlation to the U.S. Stock markets out here. And the euro yen is, it really moved higher over the course of the last several days. It broke through a trend line, a channel line out here. I'll go ahead and draw that on my screen real quickly. Here is the, I'll do it with the arrow. Here is the trend line that it broke. It did it rather convincingly. Well, let me try to redraw that again out here. Maybe we need a little white light for my fingers as well. There we go. Okay. And if we take, I know there's a lot of numbers out here on my screen if you're watching this, but this red diagonal line from upper left to lower right, that trend line, that channel line was broken back here on September the 12th. The Bears had their chance. Now, in the intraday charts, we saw 1 to 2, A to B equals CD. We saw an expansion, and the Bears had an opportunity on Friday to really try to take control of this. They have not. So with this currency pair moving to the upside, that actually bodes well for the Bears. There are a lot of divergent patterns in the marketplace. I mean, a bunch that are not confirming the move up. But all those divergent patterns can be resolved. They can be resolved today. They can be resolved tomorrow out there. So there are huge caution signs inside of the market, even with this move. But right now, as I say, today, tomorrow, I believe that it's really any signal that we're going to get with regard to the market is likely going to come from the Dow. We've seen how strong it has been over the past couple of days. Let's go check in on a couple of those stocks out here. Let's start with numero uno, which is Visa, ticker symbol V. Let's go see what that is doing. I don't have the pre-market here at the moment. I guess I could add that. Let me just move this up here. Let me go see what, could just add that. And I guess there's a number of different ways, but let me just do this here. Give me a moment. Time and sales. Let me just get the trades only, not the euro yen. So we'll see what Visa is doing here in the pre-market. There we go, Visa. Okay. Now, if we take a look at Visa, it closed at 217, trading out right now at 216.17. 216.17 doesn't do anything to destroy this little uptrend that it is in. If we do take a look at Visa, and we know what it has done, number one, it completed a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the upside. It did that on the trading session here of July 24th. And then it went ahead and it really moved down with some big volume. Let's get rid of the A to B equals CD pattern that is out here. And if we take a look at Visa, one of the things that we're going to notice out here is that Visa is really still trading right into an area of resistance. So we had that big gap down on the trading session of July 25th. Then it's out the 216.70 mark out there. Visa really hasn't been able to break above or close above that high out here. Well, it has just slightly. Intraday, it's most certainly tested it, but really hasn't been able to close above that level with any kind of conviction out here. But what Visa is also doing, there's a swing point. There's really a couple of them that you could use. The one that I would be focused on here is August 26th. And that swing point has 1.7 million shares. And as price was moving up to it on September 10th, there was 3 million shares. 3 million shares trying to take out a swing point standpoint with volume. Even the trading session here from September 16th, you saw 2.3 million shares. Now, on Friday, we had we had options expiration going on. So the volume bars, as we take a look at inside of the Dow, they become maybe a little bit questionable out here because, yeah, you had volume. No question we had volume inside of Visa, as we did many of the Dow stocks out here, 5 million shares. So I'm not going to rely upon the volume of Friday's session to help answer the question as to what Visa wants to do. But what we do know from the A to B equals CD standpoint to the upside out here that is in play, and until we see a crack, a close below 215.04, my assumption is that what Visa wants to do is go back and fill this gap. That says Visa, the number one weighting inside the Dow, wants to get up to 221.83. It's pushing into highs with volume out there. Hey, it's got this downdraft, no question, 6.8 million shares out there. But if Visa can motor on up into that 221.83, that bodes well for the Dow. If we go take a look at the number two weighting in here, that would be IBM. She closed out at 194, trade out at 193.70, so no big deal there. If we take a look at what IBM has done here, IBM now on Friday, huge volume inside IBM, 8.8 million shares. But the swing point that it's dealing with, that's from the trading session of August 27, 2.1 million shares. Hey, Thursday you were pushing into it with 2.9 million shares. There is no question IBM is pushing its highs with volume. Even if you go back and you take a look at that July 28 swing point with 3.2 million shares, you were pushing into it with 2.53229. IBM, the number two weighting inside the Dow. It looks like it actually wants higher price as well. 877-927-6648. This is Steve Rhodes. This is TFNN. We'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or TigerTV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Races. We got the Dow trading off 15 points at 17,263. S&P off 5 at 2,005. NASDAQ down 17 points, trading out at 45.62. Russell 2,000 off 7 points. She's trading 11.39. Goldilocks back $3. Silver down 21 pennies. Light sweet crude off 22 cents as well. Leading the charge to the upside. Well, we got a couple of buyouts, mergers going on. You've got the Sigma Aldrich, SIAL, nice little premium out there, 34% premium. That is a Merck expects the acquisition to immediately be accretive out there. You've got the Clorox company, CLX is the ticker symbol. What's behind the move here? They're just simply confirming their outlook. So Clorox is up a nice 6% out here. Let's go take a look at Clorox CLX. This is taking out a most recent swing point out here. Now Clorox, let's pull this back even further. Had a big, huge sign of strength out here. So Clorox right now, what Clorox is trying to do, oh, come on, don't do that to me. There we go. What Clorox is trying to do, it's trying to take on its swing point here from December 9, 2013. It's a daily chart we're looking at. 1.6 million shares traded on that trading session. Hey, today you are already up with 759,000 shares. You take that out, you're setting up a large A to B equals CD to the upside. Let's go give you the price projection there on Clorox. If we can take that out, the A point's going to be the low out here back on October the 8th, 2013. That's your A point. Your B point is the swing we just looked at. Your C point was about a 7.786 retracement. That was down on the trading session of February 5th, 2014. So Clorox looks like it wants to go target the 100.26, maybe even the 104 area, but 100.26 is likely where Clorox CLX is headed to. We go take a look at what else is moving out here. You got Dresser Rand DRC. I believe that is also a buyout that is going on out there. Yes, that is. So that's got a nice little premium. Well, that's only about 2.5%. What is this? Maybe not a buyout. Seeking more cash from its shareholders. We've got Monster Beverage, MNST. That is moving to the upside out here. That's up a couple of bucks. That's up a couple of percent out here. You've got WellPoint Inc. That's trading up $1.71. Tata Motors up $1.21 as well. To the downside, Carbo Ceramics struggling again for another day, another trading session out here off $14, down 16%. Carbo Ceramics had a huge gap down with volume. And that was on Friday's session out here. If we go take a look at that, Friday moved down with volume of 2.6 million shares. That was big volume to the downside inside of Carbo Ceramics. Hey, today no better. Already 774,000 coming out of this. Let's put this back on a little bit longer term time frame. How about a monthly? Let's go see what Carbo Ceramics is doing. Carbo Ceramics already trading into its swing point here from June the 1st. That's the month of June. That only had 7.5 million shares, and you're coming back there with a vengeance. The kind of vengeance that you don't want to see if you were long this stock. 11.7 million shares already. If, in fact, we see Carbo Ceramics break these swing point lows down around the $60.33 area, that will not bode well. What that will do is that'll say that Carbo Ceramics wants to come all the way back to, you guessed it, March of 2009. You want to talk about a stock that is weaker than the market out here? Yeah, you can put Carbo Ceramics right on the top of that list out here. We've got Tesla trading to the downside. That's off $5 right now, $5.50, down 1.6% out here. Of course, on a monthly chart, Tesla doesn't look too bad. No big reversal here on a monthly. Hey, how about a weekly chart? Let's go see what Tesla did here last week. Last week, it gave us a nice big old bearish reversal signal out here, and it closed inside a long-term, I do mean long-term because this is a weekly chart we're looking at, market profile resistance level, the top of which was the 265 area. So if it stays below 265, you might see Tesla move all the way back down to about the 205-ish type range. Let's go take a look at its daily chart. Let's go see what we have going on inside of Tesla, the daily time frame out here. So the daily time frame, big volume to the downside here. That was on the trading session of September 15th. Looks like maybe some money being freed up inside of Tesla to go take on the Alibaba IPO that debuted on Friday out here. However, if Tesla is able to close below this level, that being the 249.13 area, that would go ahead and, likely not going to see that kind of volume out here. But that would set up potentially to be equal CD to the downside. Not volume-wise, but what it would do, it would suggest that you could see Tesla come all the way back to its last real sign of strength out here. That was from June 16th. That was at the that was at the price, it was giving you the million. There were 13 million shares to the upside. That was at a price point of 206.26, and that is on Tesla, TSLA. Also to the downside out here, you've got Amazon picking up some steam. It's off $4.68. Let's go see what Amazon is doing at this stage here. Amazon getting down below its market profile support level at the 327, the exact number 327.04, a close below that. Really the key level to be watching here inside of Amazon is going to be this trading session from September the 15th. It had 4 million shares to the downside, getting below that low out here, which is out at 319. Even Steven, that would not be good news for Amazon. What do I mean by not good news? Well, Amazon potentially could be set up a large A to B equals CD to the downside out here. That A to B equals CD downside ought to take price back into the high volume, lowish area. That's back. Let me put this on a weekly. Let me see what this is on a weekly basis here inside of Amazon AMZN. Let me see if that sticks out for any reason out here. Not really. You'd have to say Amazon 290.77 on the longer term, the weekly, the intermediate term time frame is likely the target for it. That is on AMZN out here on Amazon. If we go take a look at, let's go take a look at Baidu. Baidu's off $6.41, down $2.85 as we speak right now. Let's go see what it's doing. I'm going to switch this over to a daily time frame chart out here. So Baidu makes a high here on Friday. It's a daily chart with 6.4 million shares. Last time it was up at those highs was 4.6. So Baidu looks pretty good out here. Baidu has a huge sign of strength in it. That took place on July 25th. The sign of strength, the bottom of that support level, that window, the top of the window, I should say, is really the high from July 24th. That's out at 205.50. Out here, and so that should be really good support inside of Baidu. So it makes a high with some volume today. So far, 384,000 on its pullback out here. But Baidu doesn't look broken or anything along those lines out here. No, in fact, just the opposite. Looks pretty good until we see some volume. If there were volume today that were to come out of it, then you'd have some volume off the top, and that would be a whole different story out there. Also to the downside, Activist ACT is the ticker symbol. Let's go take a look at SoftBank first. SFTBY, that's off 7%. Let's go see if there's anything going on behind this move here. Now, this is a daily chart. This was down with some pretty big volume. So this actually, was this an island reversal top? Let's pull this back and try to find out. Give me a moment out here. So what I'm looking at, folks, if you're following along with us on Tiger TV, an island reversal, tops or bottoms, are the most bullish or bearish. In this case here, it would be bearish. And if we take a look at the trading section, how about if we look at the trading session from September the 15th out there? The low of that session was 41.39. I want to see, what was the high of Friday? Oh, 41.28. You got an island. Bingo. You got an island reversal inside of SoftBank. And now look at all the gaps here. Is this a international stock? Why would this thing have so many gaps? So this is the only other thing that you got to that we need to be aware of, because there could be some huge currency conversion. There must be some huge currency conversions going on inside of SoftBank. What is SoftBank? Where's SoftBank? Let's see. They are mobile communications, Sprint, fixed, online telecommunications. How about that? Maybe they're not. Where's their? No, they are. Look at this here. For sure. They're Tokyo, Japan. There we go. So SoftBank's over in Tokyo, Japan out there. That is what's going on. That's what's, they thank you very much, Z, our man, who caught me just as I was looking for it. So that's great. So that's, so with that being the case, I'm going to say we can't really pay attention to those island reversal, top sort bottoms, just simply because of the currency conversions out there. But what we can do is try to get a feel for what SoftBank is doing. Had some big volume to the downside here on September the 19th, on Friday, gapping down here again this morning out here. But again, we'd be better off to go take a look at the Japanese, the Nikkei exchange, wherever this trades on over in Japan, and take a look at its chart in order to really get a feel for what's going on out there. Let's go take a look at gold, silver. So you've got gold trading up a couple of bucks right now. She's trading out at $12.14. Gold making some additional lows on Friday. Lower lows, the 1194.40 is really its next target area. 1194.40 becomes your 1 to 1 A to B equals CD to the downside out here. And that would be the next target. Below that, then you're starting to come all the way back into the low out here from December 31st low. That low out here is, so we're going to give you the target ranges. The low of 1181.40. That becomes a target range as well until we see any kind of reversal. Then, of course, you've got the June 28th level to be paying attention to at 1179.40. That is what's going on inside of Goldilocks as we speak. If we go take a look at silver. Silver down 19 cents, off 1% again this morning, but it is off of its session lows. So that's a positive out here. Today you could see a nice little hammer candle. We got some decent volume already inside of silver, 66,000 contracts to the downside. Maybe today becomes the blow-off bottom. So we'll see inside silver. If we take a look at the A to B equals CD patterns inside of silver, let's go take a look at least a couple of them. Let's look at the one here coming off of the high here most recently from February 24th. We take a look at that high. That's our A point. Our B point becomes the low down here on May 30th. The C point up here on July the 10th. You've already done the 1-to-1. Now it's trying to attempt the 1-to-1.272 on that A to B equals CD. That price point projection is $17.10 out there. So far, intra-session, we've seen a low down at the 1732 area. That is your smaller A to B equals CD to the downside out here. If we take a look at a little bit larger one, the larger one on the A to B equals CD spectrum, you'd start off with a swing high from August in 2013 as your A point. Your B point would be down here. Well, I'm still going to go ahead. I'm going to use this December of 2013, and in your C point, the February high. That one would say silver could actually get down to 1578. So here's how we play silver out here. We wait for a reversal signal. This is in a majorly oversold condition out here. You take a look at an RSI reading. You're down in the 15.45 level out here. Silver last made lows when that relative strength reading got down into the 19s, the upper 19s out here, way back in June of 2013. So we're just simply going to wait for some type of reversal signal. And, you could get that. You could get that as early as today. You could see a little hammer candle that would form. It's very right now. If it closes around 1767, it'd be pretty close to a hammer candle. Steve would have to go do a little bit of work out there, but that's what's going on. So we want to pay attention to what's going on inside of silver, for sure, silver and gold. Light sweet crude, if we take a look at light sweet crude, she's trading out at $92.16 off a quarter right now. Light sweet crude has already given us the bottoming pattern. The bottoming pattern out here inside of light sweet crude, that was the key reversal session that took place on September the 11th out there. That was when it got down to a intra-session low of 90.43 and an intra-session high of 93.44. It was doing that with less relative weakness out there, so we had a key reversal session. We had a bullish engulfing candle. We had price moving lower with less relative weakness out there. All of those are signs that the Texas T, light sweet crude, is trying to form a bottom out there. Nice little hammer-ish looking candle here on September the 15th as well, with some additional follow-through. Right now, the key level to be watching inside of light sweet crude is going to be that low, in my opinion, from September the 11th. It closes below 90.43. All bets are off, meaning to the downside out here. And if we take a look at the weekly time frame chart, let's go do that. Let's try to get some weekly price projections inside of light sweet crude. Well, you take a look at, let me see, volume-wise, what do we do on a weekly basis? 1 million contracts versus 1.5. Yeah, so you're pushing into lows. You haven't been able to bust them. Remember, if you can't bust them down, it'll try to bust them up. But if it does bust them down, let's go take a look at where that bust them down would take us to. That 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. That would give us a price projection of about the 86.73 level. 86.73 anywhere down to maybe 81.02. Your 1-to-1.272 A to B equals CD to the downside. Take you right into the swing point where there's some pretty darn good support in the 70-ish level, 75, 77 type range out there. But I can say that, let me see on a weekly, what did this do on a weekly? Any kind of reversal signal out here? Let me get rid of the A to B equals CD pattern out here. And on a weekly basis now, I was looking to see if this was a key reversal week last week, and it was not. So just a high wave-ish type candle out there, which is, in essence, not a reversal candle, but it does provide us with a very nice Japanese candlestick message out there. That message is one that the market has lost its way. And so when you put that together with what the daily is suggesting to us, light sweet crude is doing everything it can to fend off getting any lower up here. Right now, we got the Dow, it's off 26, S&P down 7, NASDAQ off 24, Russell down 11. That is the weak link. Look right back.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Catch the Money Masters as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 25 right now. S&P down $6.68. Composite off 25. Russell 2000 is absolutely a weak link out there in the marketplace. So let's take a look at a couple things that we want to focus on here this morning. If you want to take a look at bearish news out here for any of those bulls is the VIX index. So the VIX index this morning right now gapped up, trading out at 1331. The key number to be watching here today on the close is going to be 1279. Anytime the VIX index is above the 50-day exponential moving average out there, that bodes well for the bears. And the reason is because it's a sign of liquidity. The interesting thing about the VIX index, you can go back, you can study it, you should study it, and just put that 50-day exponential moving average out there. You want to talk about trying to be on the right side or the wrong side of the trade. There's times when a market consolidates and you can get jostled. And look, when the VIX is below the 50-day exponential moving average, there's two things that happen. Now, I'm not talking about when it forms a bottom and comes off the bottom, but when the VIX trades below that level, the market does one of two things. It trades sideways to higher out here. And when it trades above the 50-day exponential moving average, that's when the real damage can be done inside of a market. So that bodes well for the bulls as we speak right now. The day's not over. The bears, I should say. The day's not over. 1279 is going to be the key level to be watching. I mentioned it's really all about the Dow. My opinion, it is all about the Dow as I went back and really studied all of the charts over the weekend out here. And if we take a look at the Dow, waiting for some kind of reversal signal out here, this is not the Dow chart that this is the Dow chart that I did want. If we take a look at it, you can see if you're watching this on TigerTV, the second window from the bottom out here, that happens to be its summation index. It's only 30 stocks out there, so you kind of have to take this one with a little bit of a grain of salt. But you can see it's in the nice green mode out here. You can see when that summation index ticks higher, the market typically moves higher inside the Dow, higher to sideways out here. Now it's doing that while its price oscillator has made lower highs. That's a signal of a impending correction of some sort out there. To what extent I can't tell you, but what I can tell you is that at this stage here, the Dow has not given up. That could be a change at the end of the day. All that has to happen is the price oscillator needs to get below zero. That could easily happen today. But as we began the show, and we'll do this a little bit more during the next hour because I didn't get a chance to do it too much here, was really getting a number of things restarted in the background as I was losing my internet connection and so forth. What we'll want to do is we'll go take a look at some of those other Dow stocks out there. What it does look like to me, and here's the daily chart for the Dow futures. I'm going to put that up on my screen here in a moment. As we take a look at it, Oh, that's the Russell 2000. We could take a look at the Russell 2000, but it's not. The Russell 2000 is a sideshow at the moment. The real show and the real dough is right here inside of the Dow futures. And I'm just going to go ahead and refresh my screen out here. Now, what do we know about the Dow futures? Number one, it's trading above its market profile high. That says, okay, you should take a look at bullish, not bearish entries, unless you're trying to actually call a market top out there. The key level there is 17,133. Well, we can see here on Friday, what I expect today, what I'd like to see today, is a day like this. And we just kind of move sideways, sideways to lower. Just I don't want to see it take out the high here from Friday. I would prefer to see that take place tonight after the futures, after the Sunday to Monday contract closes out here. Maybe see that take place tomorrow. Then there's that chance that what we get to is that seventh peak in a Chapman wave out there. And at this stage, that's what I believe is going to take place inside of the market until we see otherwise. Folks, thanks so much for staying tuned today. Sorry about those earlier interruptions that we had. It is Magnificent Monday. If you're off to start your day, have a magnificent one. I'm going to have a magical one, and we're going to continue on with the show in the next hour. Take care, folks.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
You're watching Tiger TV.